My last video about a bow review has been quite a while ago, but due to some circumstances it was not possible to do a video earlier. But now I come up with a big comparison of Tatar bows. Just recently Armin has introduced the new Alibow Synthetic Tatar, and this was a perfect add-on to my collection. I have borrowed the bow from him, and so we have now 6 bows to compare. All right, we do have the Saracen from Lukasz Nawalny. I need to be very careful so that I don't smash it all. The Rider from Paragon. The Big Tatar from AF. So these 3 are all laminated bows. The Biocomposite from Grózer, that has a bit of a tiller problem today. And I'll take mine first. The Cagan from Simsek. And the newbie, the Synthetic Tatar Bow from Alibow. All right, so about the details, we come up now. Good. We have now the first really warm day. So yesterday was also good, but there was carnival and a lot of noise. We have now 18 degrees in the sunshine and 25% humidity. All right. But before we start the comparison, we need to know the basics. And so I've looked up in the internet if I can find a definition how a Tatar bow should look like. And I came up a response of a question on Reddit. The question was, Tatar bow history please. And Kurt has answered, and now I read an extract from his answer. The Ottoman Istanbul style bow and the Tatar bow have a common ancestor somewhere in the 14th century, but we do not know anything about it or where it comes from geographically. But in my honest opinion, both are an eclectic Turkish, a development that carried over a construction back from Turkish find from 8th century Mongolia. For example, the Sagerland bow. The Sagerland bow, I've looked up a picture, so maybe I can add it somewhere here. Of course, it looks a bit deformed. This can also be an ancestor of the Manchu bow. So, yeah, you know, people like to develop something and they start from somewhere. So, yeah, we are all in development, hopefully. And so we can create a design that is, in this case, sometimes a bit similar, looking like a Ming bow. But in the Ming dynasty there were also different bow styles, so it's all, for me, it's a mess up, so I don't really have a clue. So I continue reading. The Tatar bow was popular in Eastern Europe, Russia, Ukraine, Poland, etc., and of course the Ottoman Empire. Most of the surviving bows are from the 17th century, so there's quite a gap there, obviously. There aren't surviving Turkish bows from the 14th century. The earliest surviving ones, currently in the Topkapı Museum, are from the late 15th, and they are both personally made by Sultan Bayezid II. Both Turkish and Tatar differ from earlier static ear bows in terms of their similar bioconvex cross-section of the core, where they are spliced, and the extent of the horn stripes into the ear, and this is where the bow flexes. They are both bows with flexible Kazan eyes. So this is something special for the Tatars. That's a feature that somebody came up between the 14th and 15th century and can also be found in other branches of Persian bows from that time frame, but not in bows from the period of the Mongol conquest. In any case, that's the most important feature in more modern bows and possibly an invention from the area of modern-day Iran or Central Asia. nearly done. As for the different profile of Tatar bows, it's optimized for the longer arrows. While the Turkish bows can be short, there are actually 7 standard sizes, with the largest one of infantry being around 120 centimeters, it's around 30-inch draw max. Tatar bows come in various sizes and configuration, sometimes as hybrids between Turkish and Tatar bows. So there's a wide range of designs. For the bows, the general denominator is that they draw over 30 inches, that's important, are reflexed to the grip, have string bridges and quite sharp angles in the ears. Arrow weights can vary, but the general tendency is that they are heavier than the average Ottoman war arrow of 450 grain and around 32 inches long. Okay, that was Hurdy-Curd from Reddit.com article, Tatar bows. I can add the link so that you can read all the way through. But I think he gave us 3 important details for our design comparison. So the basic question is, do they have all string bridges? Not really. My Cagan has not special string bridges, they are integrated. The Cagan should be a rebuild from a bow shown in the museum. I think it's the Topkai. So maybe this bow has lost the string bridges. I don't know. Or maybe it's due to the shape they have created. All other bows do have string bridges. The reflexed handle, yes. So it's about this. I'll take the Alibow here for it's most likely. So here we have this very slight curve, and this is the reflex. More predominant here, but I think it's about the outer shape. So it's not that eye-striking sometimes, but they all have this B shape, not a D shape, which a Turkish or Ottoman style bow has. Flexible Kazan eyes. Okay, let's have a look. So it shall not be that static here, so they don't have static ziyas. Maybe you can see it better than I do, but I think so. Of course, the ziya section is more stable and doesn't flex that much as the bending section does. I always say bending section because it's the most working area, and it's between the handle section here and the fade out of the ziya here. So this is all the bending section. And of course, they look much different from what the Persian bows look like. This is a static ziya. Here. I think this is nicely working. I think it's hard to see here because of this thick spine we have here. To me, this appears a bit more stiff. You see it's out of tiller again, sorry. That looks brutal, but naja. Yeah, this is how I do it with horn bows. You need to be very careful if you do it, so you need to press it 90-degree angle. Okay. Yeah. And here's also a spine. Wherever it gets stiffer, it doesn't bend that easily, of course. But they're all designed to, flex. Honestly, I can't see the flex, but they look different from the construction as a static zia. So in this case, I would say, all right, let's assume they are flexible Kazan eyes, because I cannot see it really. But they're all meant to be Tatar, so there should be. Maybe a bowyer could tell me how I can identify if the Kazan is flexible or not, because I cannot see it really. All right, then let's check the specs. Right. Starting with the Nawalny Saracen, the length is 54 inches. Cut. So let's start with the Lukasz Nawalny Saracen. The length knock to knock is 54 inches. It's a medium-sized bow. And the max draw is 32 inches. So I don't read all the numbers through, so I go from length knock to knock, max draw, and the ratio. The rest you can read yourself here. In case you want to look for details, then stop the video best. The bending length is 27.5 and the ratio max draw is 0.59. The Paragon bow's rider is also a medium bow, has a length of 56 inches, a max draw of 34 inches, bending length 26.5 and a ratio of 0.61. AF Archery Tatar Bow is a medium bow, 54 inches, has a max draw of 32, 24 inches bending length and the ratio of 0.59. The Biocomposite Tatar from Grózer is a medium-sized bow of 53.5 inches, has a max draw of 32 inches, 22.5 inches bending length and the ratio of 0.6. The Simsek Cagan Plus is a short bow and has 50.5 inches, 31 inches max draw and 21 inches bending length and a ratio of 0.61. The Alibow Synthetic Tatar is also a short bow, 51.5 inches, 31 inches max draw, 22 inches bending length and 0.6 ratio. So ratio-wise, the rider and the Cagan Plus are the winner in this category, then followed by the Biocomposite Tatar and the Synthetic Tatar Bow from Alibow. The Saracen and AF Tatar Bow have only 0.59, but nevertheless they shoot very nicely. The next thing regarding the costs, I counted the cost for the bowyer and the shipping costs. I do have the customs I have paid for the Simsek Cagan Plus, but I don't recapture anymore for the AF Tatar and for the Alibow I do not know, because it has been bought from Armin and there were no taxes. So in this case, only the costs for bowyer and shipping. The Saracen cost me 615 euro, but it has a hand painting. The rider around 600 euro. It was a trading for a quiver set. The Tatar bow was 179, so I'm not living in the USA. I didn't get this extra price. Biocomposite Tatar was around 425 euros, including shipping, and but there was an additional cost for the painting. I think it was 100 euro on top, so it must be 500 something. Simsek Cagan was 470 euro, including the painting, and the Synthetic Tatar has stickers on it, and it's around 500 euro, as Armin has said. But I don't know the shipping costs, so it's a bit, I don't know yet. All right, so now we would like to check how much the strength is today, starting with the Saracen. At 28 inches. So it's around here. Oh. No, I don't think so. 1.6. More like it. 31.3. And the rider. 41.08. The AF Tatar. 34.7. Biocomposite. 35.76. The Cagan Plus. No. 41, precisely. And the new synthetic. 33.42. That all bows are a bit stronger than the nominal strength. As I said, 22% humidity makes bows a bit stronger. So, but yeah, this is all manageable. Oh, we come to the first chapter. The chapter 1 is about design. Are they historically correct? They all have string bridges except the Cagan Plus. The integrated string bridges are not like I would expect from a historical bow. So maybe they have seen it, maybe not, I don't know, because I haven't been in the Topkapi Museum so far. And but an integrated string bridge is not a string bridge. It's somehow similar. Well, the effect is the same, but it's not a string bridge. And so I would say all except the Cagan Plus. The Cagan is a replica of the Tatar bow, as I said. It's been written on the homepage of Simsek bows. Yeah, I think there's a reason why they have done it like this. And the rider is also a replica of the Tatar bow, of the bow SA 3158 in Manchester Archery collection. And so we have some evidences here. Yeah. Next, ratio between bow length and max draw. Rider and Cagan Plus have first place because they have 0.61 ratio. Then followed by the Biocomposite Tatar and the Synthetic Tatar with 0.60. And the Saracen third place, and and AF Tatar. Alright, so this concludes chapter 1. The design of the bows, the strength, do they have the proper design features, and yeah, now it's about shooting. So the next chapter will be performance. Okay, welcome to chapter 2, performance. And first of all, if you hold a bow, you need the handle. And the handle feels very nice with the Saracen. It has this reflex, but also a bump for the fingers. It's nice to grip, and I have space between my fingers and the thumb here. So this is how it's looking like with a small hand. So the bow feels very nice. The draw is very smooth. And of course it's not a high poundage, it's a low poundage. But as Lukasz has told me 3 years ago, nearly 4, when I have ordered it, the Saracen also goes very well in the low poundage area. So very nice. So I barely feel vibration or so in the handle. It's very nice sound. It's a bit higher. At release, it sounds like a shot. And vibration, 1, 2, 3. Done. So a little vibration, this oscillation need you have, because we have contact here. Of course we do have it. 1, 2, 3. Done. Not much. Shooting is very nice. The arrow pass of the Saracen has 24 millimeters. Except especially my 3 years old version has it. I don't know if Lukasz has changed it. Center shot. But it's a bow that you can handle very easily. Whoops, I'll put that. I'll show you. So one went a little off. I'll show you. The arrow pass has 20 millimeters width, so it's very narrow. Next one is the rider. And you can see here that the handle is deep. We don't have that pronounced bump, but we have a slight bump. Feels very nice and is suitable for larger hands as well. The bow feels like a weapon, really. So this is not Sunday afternoon shooting. This is really nice one. So the bow has today a little more than 40 pounds. And of course it feels a bit different than 31 or 33 or something. So the draw is very nice too. And if it's, the bow is a little longer, so if I do katra, I touch myself here in the back, but this is with the longer bows, and my short arms. What else to say? I don't feel vibration in the shot, and the sound is dampened because of the fur, and vibration, none. None. So I cannot even start counting because it's gone already. So maybe it's because of the fur, maybe not. So shooting performance, as said, is very nice. It's always a come together with bow and arrow if you are precise. Next one, AF Tatar. But I have replaced the original not in the center. Grip wrapping with the real leather one because the artificial material was not nice for my hand. And so yes, this is the small modification. And right, very close. I'm glad that they're not small modification. And you can see that I have a relatively large gap, not as large as with the Rider, but a little bit more than with the Saracen. Arrow pass is including this, what is it? Shrinking thingy, 22 millimeters. So in between the Saracen and the Rider. The draw feels very nice. Shot is very clear. It's also a shot sound. I don't feel vibration after the shot. And sound, nice. It's dark. It's also vibrating. 1, 2. So again with the shooting, 4, done. So a little bit more vibration. Potentially they are gone if I put in fur. Very in nice, as well. Very crisp. But so far it was not necessary, I thought. And with the Rider, I did it because I liked him to do. Feels good. And do it's fun. Silent. So I wanted to him. I should make no sound. Okay, and now the Biocomposite Tatar. You can see the nice handle shape. It's unique in this ring. It's triangular. The arrow pass has a width of 25 millimeters. I have glued on fish leather because it matches the color of the handle. Feels very nice and solid. The tiller doesn't look good today. So you can see here, this bump is flatter than this one. And I've corrected it today every few minutes. So there is a lot of vibration after the shot. Nope. Sorry. Yeah, definitely not that nice. So maybe the bow is a few years old, but it shouldn't be that way. Performance is not that nice today. There was hand shock, and it sounds. very high pitched. Vibration is 1, 2, 3, done. So it's not the oscillation I feel, it's indeed hand shock. So I didn't notice it before, but I was not shooting the bow very often in the last years, so I didn't remember. So now focusing on a 400 grain again. Make a difference. Yeah, definitely. It's arm shock. No. And the arrows have a weight of 387 grain. I've calculated that the weight should be fine. I didn't focus on the last arrow so that you can see this one is the last one. The others were okay. I'll show you. Now about the Cagan. Cagan has a slightly smaller handle. I've added leather on top because it was a bit too small for me. So now I didn't want to touch performance with the fingers on my thumb. And here it's thinned, and here I have a double layer. Yes, I did. These knocks are not so easy. So for me, this is now perfect. And I have added race skin here. It's a very nice draw. Builds up very. The arrow pass has a width of 21 millimeters. And it's precise. Yeah. So very nice draw. Then we have an impulse, the shot, and then it's done. I do feel a little vibration, but it's really very minimal. So now the synthetic Tatar bow from Alibow. Since it's not my bow, I have secured the arrow pass here with my tape, and as you can see, I have tried already a bit. The handle is very small. If it would be my bow, I would add a bit leather on it, so that I get to this point here, not like this. But you can see here very nicely the shape. It doesn't have this bump the others have, but that's the reason why it feels a bit thin and small. To the right, but once you adapt it with it, and it should be. Yeah, you can see the full review on Armin's channel. I've added a bit material here to the string so that the knocks knock better. Draw is very nice. It's a low poundage bow in my eyes, so 32 or what has it. Easy to draw, builds up nicely. The shot is very good. Did I feel vibration? A bit, very, very, very tiny. Sound, very full, nice. And vibration, 1, 2, done. So a little less than with the, I think it was the AF. I'll show you. Did I say it before? 21 millimeters arrow pass width. Oh, yeah, even this built-up spring. Speed test. In case you wonder why I always use the same arrows for the various strengths and bows, it's calculated at 28 draw length that all bows are below the required 366 grain. So these arrows have 387 grain, so they are all below this arrow weight. And I will later calculate it down then to 9 grain per pound. The rider, for example, can be shot with minimal 7.5 grain and a grain per pound, and recommended is 9 grain per pound. So the Tatar is around, for the AF Tatar, with 12 grain per pound because there is no recommendation from the bowyer and so on. So it's around 11, 12, yeah, depending on the bow length. And we have the Simsek family who has said for their Tatar bows it's okay to shoot them between 8 and 11 grain per pound. So it's in this range. And as I said, I will later calculate it down then to 9 grain per pound so that we can see. So let's start with the Saracen again, the rider, for which these arrows are relatively heavy. (160, 172). (163). 162. 177. the Biocomposite, the AF Tatar, 157, 160, 162, 165, 159. The new Synthetic Tatar by Alibow. $160, $153, $165, $156, $160, $100. All right, so summary. The Lukasz Nawalny Saracen bow was shot with 12.4 grain per pound, reached in average 161.7 feet per second. Calculated to 9 grain per pound, it would be 188.5, which is a very good result. The Paragon rider has been shot with 9.4 grain per pound, has reached 173.7 in average, and calculated down to 9 grain per pound, it's 176.8, which is second place. AF Archery Tatar bow was shot with 11.2 grain per pound, has reached 164 feet per second in average, and calculated down to 9 grain per pound, it's been 181.7, also first place. The Biocomposite has been shot with 10.8 grain per pound. In average, it was 159.3 feet per second, and calculated down to 9 grain per pound, it's 173.8. The Simsek Cagan was shot with 9.7 grain per pound, which is exactly in the range. Average was 163.7, and calculated down to 9 grain per pound, it's 166.8. And the Alibow Synthetic Tatar was shot with 11.6 grain per pound, reached an average 155.7 feet per second, calculated down to 9 grain per pound, it's 175.7. So we have two bows that reached more than 180 feet per second, which is the Saracen and the Tatar from AF. These bows get the first place for the speed shooting, speed test, and the rider, the Biocomposite and the Alibow Synthetic get 2 points because they have reached more than 170 feet per second. And the Simsek is below that, so only 1 point. What does this mean in summary for our Chapter 2 performance? Regarding the handle, the feeling, the handle is very nice with the Saracen and the rider because there's a lot of space. it's nice with the Biocomposite too, but it feels more dense, more hard. And for the Tatar I needed to exchange the handle wrapping, so second place for these two. The Cagan and Synthetic Tatar third place because the handle is very thin. Feeling, they were all great. So it was a very nice feeling experience, shooting experience, except one that was the Biocomposite today with arm shock, which I didn't remember when I shot him before. So maybe it's because the bow is a little older, I don't know. But today the performance was not as nice as I had it in mind. Accuracy was also very good, so it's depending on the teamwork between the bow and the arrow and the archer to get precise shots. We have arrow pass widths between 20 and 25 millimeters. They all work very well. Yeah,
all
so
right. Chapter 3.
they're all good.
Beauty and prices.
Speed, as we have
beauty
just
and
learned.
And prices.
The Saracen and the Big Tatar Bow.
Yeah.
In
the beginning,
I've told
followed
you
by
the
prices
rider,
that I have
the
paid
Biocomposite and the Synthetic
partly
Alibow.
some
And
time ago.
last but not least, the Cagan Plus.
So I tried to
That's,
check out
the
my
summary for
documentation
chapter
for this.
Now,
Chapter 3. I've
be,
put in some categories. The prices below 500 get first place, between 500 and 600 second place, and more than 600 third place. Below 500 is the AF Tatar for sure, because it has not even 180 euro. 180 euro, and the other is the Cagan Plus. The Cagan was for 470 euros, including the painting and shipping and all that stuff. So it's below that. Between 500 and 600 euro, it's the Synthetic Tatar from Armin, as far as we know today, and the Biocomposite bow, because originally you can buy the Biocomposite bow for 420, I think, or 25, including shipping, but the painting costs extra, and this was, I think, at least 100 euro at that time. I think it's more today. More than 600 I have paid for the Saracen. It was 615 euros 3 years ago, and the rider is also worth more in euros. Today it costs £500, and including shipping we are about this 600 euro marking. The painting or the decoration, we go through via complexity. I show you the highlights. These are the Saracen and let me see, and Biocomposite and the Cagan Plus. So let's start with the Saracen, because this bow I have got first. You see the very nice decoration. We have birchbark here, we have hand painting, and this painting is just awesome. You can see here these very fine lines. Yeah, this is just amazing. And it's not too much, it's not too less, it's just right. And it's done via hand. You can see these details here, very nice. And doesn't matter if it's in this direction or that direction, to the left or to the right. Awesome. Yes, this is very, very good. So next one, here as well. Yeah, we have very nice decoration here. The color scheme is very nice. So I like the blue color here. I don't know if you can see it here. The side is also painted. And what is just amazing are these scales. I love that. So
and here all it's gold and then these black flowers flying around. Very nice. So this is the reason why this is first place as well. And then this tessip is also very nice. It's also done by hand. Yeah, also done very beautifully with very nice lines and very even. Here this is my one, but this painting goes through. So done very nicely too. So hand painting is always something special, and of course this needs to be honored. Yeah, so then second place is for the stickers. The decoration is very nice, but it's not done by hand, so it cannot get the same points as done by hand. Although we have only 1 point difference, but yeah, of course. But the decoration is very nice. Also, yeah, I can see it, but you can't. It's very nicely done with the epoxy, where you can look through in the sunshine. Very cool. Yeah, the stickers are positioned very nicely. They are precisely set, so it's done very nicely too. Okay. And the rider and the Big Tatar don't have any paintings, so there's only the color scheme. For the rider, we have here the very nice wood combination. Yeah, so if there would be a painting on it, you know it from Paragon. They are very nice, they're very decent. And the color scheme is very nice of this bow too. We have here the white Kirinite tips reinforcement. Yeah, so third point, but no painting. And with the AF, black is beautiful, no? So it's very nice bow too, but very minimal. Okay. Technical usage. The Tatar, the black Tatar, gets most points because you can use this bow in the dark for Assassin's Creed playing, reenactment, whatsoever. That's the only one that is pure black. The others would probably give some reflection. The next one that is relatively dark is the synthetic Tatar from Alibow. So I would give this second point. Where do I have it? Synthetic. And we also, yeah, well, it's difficult now. Just a moment. There are a few highlights here, but third place I would say, because it's not bright, so we have some reflections, but overall I think in the night you won't see this bow very well too. So yes, and 3 Cagan. Right. The rider would be too bright, and the Saracen is also bright on the outer side. Yeah, so this birch bark would reflect. Okay. So, are they heating up potential before? The best
is the rider, because it's so bright. So what is a benefit for the one bow is is not so good for the other. Rider first place, and I would also say Saracen is third place and the Biocomposite second. The others are a bit darker and would heat up more easily. The sound. Okay, starting with the Saracen. It's medium, in between dark and high at the same time. Then the rider. Originally it was a bit higher, but now it's dampened. This is a bit unfair, I know. So I will compare the rider with the Cagan and the other, so we have then two. So it's a nice sound. Compare this to the Cagan Plus. This is a bit higher, so the sound from the rider is a little bit nicer. So usually the resin bows have a relatively high pitch tone. If I remember correctly, the Cagan hasn't, so it's a bit darker than the Sipahi Short Plus, but it's higher than. The AF. A lot of vibration. Saracen again. Higher. Sadly, the Biocomposite is not in a good shape today. Biocomposite. Nicest sound? No nice sound. Yeah. Yeah. So first, without the fur, is the synthetic. Synthetic, still Tatar. Yeah. Second is the AF Tatar, and third is Saracen. All right. Regarding maintenance and effort, they are all uncomplicated except the Biocomposite, as you have seen today. Usually it's with all composites that you string the bow and then you have a little time to adjust the tiller. And today I needed to adjust the tiller every few minutes. Yeah, so performance-wise, and yeah, it didn't look good today. Yeah, so a bit sad about it, because the bow is very beautiful and I love to shoot it. Yeah, okay, but as I said, maintenance-wise, some of the bows, here, for example, the Saracen is with me for more than 3 years. Very uncomplicated. The AF Tatar is, yeah, if you don't want to scratch the painting or the finish, you need to be a bit more careful. But yeah, and as always, I'm not tired to say it again and again, don't leave the bow strung in the sun. So that's the reason why I have moved the bow now here into the shadow. And but yeah, this
All right, evaluation. So we have now quite a number of categories. Yeah, I know it already. And I will go through bit by bit. So the Saracen is historically correct. The ratio was was good, but not the best. And the handle was very good. The feeling is very good. Accuracy is very good. Speed, very good. So excellent. The price is expensive. Beauty is very nice. Tactical usage, not that much. Heating up potential is so it got 1 point. Sound is okay, and maintenance excellent. In total, 23 points. The rider is historically correct. The ratio is excellent. The handle is excellent. Feeling, accuracy is excellent too. Speed is very good. Price is not that cheap. Beauty, nice, but without painting. And so, yeah, the others, you know that. But nevertheless, the wood is very nice. Tactical usage, not so much. Heating up potential is not there, so it gets 3 points. Sound is very nice too, gets 3 points. Maintenance, excellent. In total, 26 points. The AF Tatar, historically correct. Ratio is okay. Handle is good. Feeling very nice. Accuracy very good. Speed excellent. Price excellent. Beauty good. Tactical usage excellent. Heating up potential very much, so 0 points. Sound is very nice. Maintenance excellent. In total, 25 points. The Biocomposite is totally correct. Your ratio is good. Handle good. Feeling not so good today. Accuracy okay or very good. Speed good. Price is okay. Yeah, very good. Beauty, very nice. Tactical usage, not so much. Heating up potential is not that much, so 2 points. Sound was no good today. Maintenance, 0 points because it's much more complicated than the others, and today it pissed me off a bit. And in total, 16 points. The Cagan Plus, historically correct, it has no string bridge. It has an integrated string bridge, so ratio very good. Handle nice. Feeling very good. Accuracy very good or excellent. Speed okay. Price very good. Beauty very nice. Tactical usage you can use it. Heating up potential is okay. Yeah, so it will heat up with the blue ones. Yeah, but it's not that much. But yeah, 1 point. Sound was very good. 2 points. Maintenance excellent. 3 points. In total, 24 points. Synthetic Tatar, historically correct. Ratio was good. 2 points. Handle. Yeah, it's a very bit thin for me. Feeling very nice. Accuracy good. Speed good. Price also good. Beauty oh good. Tactical usage, yeah, you can use it. 2 points. Heating up potential, yeah, a bit more, because if you have a heating up potential and a tactical use, so these are 2 different directions. Sound was very good today. 3 points, and maintenance 3 points too, because it's easy. In total, 23 points. So we have the rider with 26 points, with the most points of all in comparison to the others. Then followed by the AF Tatar, 25 points. And then third place is the Cagan Plus with 24 points. Followed then fourth place with the Saracen and the Synthetic Tatar, both 23 points. And last one, the Biocomposite today. Yeah. But in the end, if you have one of these, you are lucky. what one do I love the most? How to say? You see, we have 26 points, 25 points, 24 points, 23 points. It's just a bit, yeah. The Saracen is always easy. It doesn't have this high poundage. It's 31 point or so, and it was built for 28, so it got a bit stronger. Always a very nice choice. Yeah, nothing to complain about. And the rider, also very nice. I don't extend it to the max because my max draw is 31 inches. It can be drawn up to 34. So I never max out this bow. And this bow will always be have an easy life. Yeah, so and I know the story behind this bow, so it means something for me. And the AF Tatar, although it's mass build production, it got excellent results today. Second place. It's a very lightweight bow. If we compare the weights, so it weighs nothing. So if you go somewhere on a parkour and don't want to draw a heavy bow, not a strong bow, a heavy bow, the Tatar weighs 330 gram and the rider 470 gram. The Saracen is in between, it's 363 gram, so a bit more than the Tatar bow. So these two are very light. If you go then third place with the Cagan Plus, this bow has a weight of 460 grams, so nearly the same weight as the rider. And the Alibow Synthetic Tatar is even heavier. It's 470, the same weight as the rider. And the Biocomposite has 420. But this one you wouldn't take on a parkour since you always need to adjust. It wasn't like that in the beginning, so I think it's because the bow got older and hasn't been shot that often. Yeah, but if you think, oh, it could be a rainy day, which one would I choose? Since I have the Cagan Plus, I don't want the leather to get wet. Yeah, but if you have the normal Cagan, you would use this one. Also, the AF Tatar bow would be a good choice because even if it gets delaminated, the monetary damage is not, the loss is not that much. Yeah, so you can easily replace this bow. The synthetic Tatar by Alibow would also be a good choice. But since this bow is quite expensive, I would always be a bit more careful with this one. The rider is also uncomplicated, and if you haven't damaged the surface or the varnish, then it's okay to shoot this bow in the rain. But always mind, so if you have this kind of leather, yeah, it's getting wet and it needs moisture afterwards. Yes, you need a bit extra care than for the handle. But for the rest, it will be fine. The fur will get dry again, so no worries about this one. Yeah, with the Saracen, in my case, with a very beautiful decoration, I wouldn't like to shoot this bow in the rain because I want to keep it as beautiful as it is today. Yeah, this is me. I hope you have enjoyed this comparison. These are very different bows. Even the Cagan Plus and the synthetic Tatar bows are different, similar weight, but even if you see it in direct comparison, yeah, these bows are not so similar, both Tatars. I think from this bump, this could be more in this shape.